Beneath the sky ablaze with stars, two best friends sat nestled in the grass, their silhouettes outlined against the celestial tapestry. Their laughter echoed softly into the night, weaving through the trees like fireflies. 13-year-old Maya traced patterns in the dew-kissed grass with a twig, her eyes shining brighter than the stars above. Beside her, 14-year-old Ethan, ever the adventurer, lay on his back, his gaze fixed on the constellations. "Do you think the stars whisper secrets?" Maya asked suddenly, her voice barely a whisper. Ethan turned his head, a mischievous grin spreading across his face. "Of course they do. And I believe they're trying to tell us something." "Oh, what could it be?" Maya leaned closer, her eyes wide with anticipation. "That you should make a wish," Ethan said, his grin widening. "But only one of us can make a wish upon a falling star. Whoever sees it first gets their wish." For a moment, neither spoke, their eyes glued to the heavens. Then, as if in answer to their unspoken desires, a shooting star streaked across the sky, leaving a shimmering trail in its wake. "I saw it first," Ethan exclaimed, sitting up. "I wish for an adventure, a grand adventure filled with excitement and thrills." He looked at Maya, his eyes twinkling. "What about you? What would you wish for?" Maya hesitated, her gaze fixed on the ground. "I wish for us to always stay together," she whispered, her voice laced with emotion. Ethan's smile faded, his eyes clouding over with understanding. "I'm sorry, Maya. You know I can't stay here forever. My dad's job is taking him all over the world, and I have to go with him." A lump formed in Maya's throat, threatening to spill over. She nodded, forcing a smile. "Of course I know. But still, I couldn't help but wish." The night deepened, the laughter ceased, and the friends sat in silence, each lost in their thoughts. The carefree bond that had once defined their relationship was now strained by the looming shadow of separation. A few weeks later, the day of Ethan's departure arrived, casting a long, somber cloud over their small town. The usually vibrant streets seemed to dim, mirroring the heavy hearts of those gathered to bid farewell. At the airport, Maya stood clutching a single white rose, its petals soft against her cheek. Her eyes, brimming with unshed tears, followed Ethan's every move. His backpack, laden with the weight of their shared memories, seemed to pull him down, grounding him momentarily in the reality of his imminent departure. As the boarding announcement echoed through the terminal, Ethan turned, his eyes meeting Maya's. Time seemed to stand still, the bustling crowd fading into a distant hum. In that one heart-wrenching look, years of camaraderie, laughter, and whispered secrets were held. It was a silent promise, a vow to carry the essence of their friendship through the miles that would soon separate them. "Don't forget me," Maya whispered, her voice catching in her throat. Ethan stepped closer, his own eyes glistening. "How could I ever forget you? You're a part of me, Maya, and no matter where life takes us, our bond will endure." He cupped her face in his hands, his thumbs gently wiping away a stray tear. "Promise me you'll stay strong, you'll keep smiling, and you'll never stop believing in the magic of our friendship." His words, spoken with such conviction, were a balm to her wounded heart. They spoke of resilience, of unwavering camaraderie, of a bond so strong it defied the boundaries of distance. As he pulled away, a faint smile touched his lips, mirroring the strength he urged her to find within herself. "I promise," Maya whispered, her voice thick with emotion. The final moments before their separation were filled with stolen hugs, whispered jokes, and promises to stay in touch. The echo of their laughter, once so carefree, now held a tinge of sadness. With one last wave, Ethan disappeared through the security gates, leaving behind the scent of his cologne and a heart-shaped piece of paper. In the days that followed, the weight of Ethan's absence pressed heavily on Maya's chest, threatening to suffocate her. The vibrant hues of their shared memories seemed to dull, replaced by a leaden gray that mirrored the stormy seas within her soul. The laughter that had once been their anthem was silence, replaced by an echoing void that reverberated through their once joyful haunts. The swing set in the park where they had shared their deepest secrets creaked mournfully in the wind, a lonely metronome marking time's relentless passage, each tick-tock serving as a reminder of Ethan's absence. The treehouse, once a sanctuary of laughter and camaraderie, stood empty, its windows like vacant eyes staring blankly into the expanse of their lost friendship. Yet amidst the suffocating gloom, tiny embers of resilience flickered. Inspired by Ethan's parting words, Maya began to explore the world around her with newfound determination. She started sketching the majestic oak tree in the park, its sprawling branches becoming her canvas. With each stroke, she poured a piece of her soul, her feelings of loss, longing, and love for her friend seeping into the lines and curves. One day while sketching, Maya noticed an elderly couple sitting beneath the tree, their hands intertwined, their eyes reflecting a lifetime of shared stories. In their quiet companionship, she saw a reflection of the bond she shared with Ethan, a bond that transcended physical presence. As the seasons turned, Maya's art became her solace, each piece a testament to her evolving emotions. The stark winter days gave way to the vibrant palette of spring, mirroring the gradual thawing of her frozen heart. She began attending art classes, her talent blossoming under the guidance of a patient instructor. Then one day, a familiar face entered her class, his eyes scanning the room with a warmth that radiated familiarity. It was Ethan. Over the past year, he'd traveled the globe with his father, but had recently returned home. Their reunion was filled with awkward smiles and hesitant steps. At first, the chasm of their separation seemed too vast to bridge, but as they talked, the dam holding back their emotions broke. Laughter, albeit shaky at first, filled the room once more. The sight of Ethan, his hair a bit longer, his face etched with the wisdom of his travels, brought a rush of relief and joy. Over cups of hot chocolate, they swapped stories, their voices rising and falling in a symphony of shared experiences and personal growth. The pieces of their fractured friendship slowly began to mend, woven together with the threads of understanding and maturity. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Ethan turned to Maya, a sheepish grin on his face. "Remember our wish under the stars? About staying together forever?" Maya chuckled, nudging him playfully. "How could I forget? You wanted an adventure, and I wished for us to stay together." "Well," Ethan said, his grin widening, "I may have found a way to make both our wishes come true." He reached into his backpack, pulling out a well-worn journal. "I kept a journal during my travels, filled with stories, sketches, and everything I experienced. And I want you to be my co-author. We can travel the world vicariously through my stories, and you can add your artwork, bringing them to life." Tears welled up in Maya's eyes, blurring the world around her. This wasn't the grand adventure she'd envisioned, but in the quiet intimacy of shared dreams, she found a depth of connection that transcended the physical realm. Together, they embarked on a journey of shared dreams and artistic expression. Ethan's words wove vivid tapestries of faraway lands, while Maya's artwork breathed life into his tales, transforming pages into portals of shared experience. Their friendship, once teetering on the edge of separation, now soared to new heights, anchored by mutual respect, understanding, and a dash of nostalgia. Years rolled by, each one adding new chapters to their shared story. Through it all, their bond remained steadfast, a beacon guiding them through the complexities of life. They learned that true friendship isn't just about shared laughter or whispered secrets, but also about enduring through the silences, bridging the gaps, and cherishing the moments, big and small.